Well, summer is a time for road trips, but sometimes these don't go quite right. And here to talk about that is Tom Grothous. He's an automotive expert. Welcome, Tom.
Glad to be here.
All right, so we're on the roads, and then all of a sudden something bad happens.
Okay, let's say we're on the road and it's hot out, you had the air conditioning on, and you just had the car in for a service or an oil change, okay? Depending on where you took it, how good they serviced it. And you're going along and all of a sudden the temperature gauge goes all the way to hot. What do? Well, you pull over to the side of the road, for number one. After that, what do? You know, there's
good question.
There's a lot of things. And if you're on vacation, you surely should have some beverages to drink or whatever, so water and things like that. You can do water, but I want to warn everybody, don't take the radiator cap off. Do not. Every car now has an overflow tank. So you look at the overflow tank, and the overflow tank is empty. You put the water in there. Or if you have antifreeze, or if you got a friend that's coming your way and you call them and say, hey, can you bring me a gallon of antifreeze? You might also say, that could be an extended life antifreeze or whatever, you know, for what your vehicle is. If you don't know, anything will work as far as water or any kind of antifreeze, because you've got a problem, and with that problem, you need to put something in there. So the question was, I put water in, and about 5 minutes later, I started it up. The temperature was coming down, but I put the water in, and now it's gone again. Pour some more water in.
Okay.
Because you think that you've got enough in there because you put it in the overflow tank. Well, that means your engine and your radiator is probably half full at the most. Now, by putting that extra water in, you've got two valves in your radiator cap. One's a pressure valve, which lets the pressure out. Expansion goes into your expansion tank. That's why they call it an expansion tank. And then you got a vacuum valve. And that vacuum valve is when it cools down, then it pulls the water or the antifreeze back into the radiator. So it's an expansion chamber is what it's for.
Yeah.
Well, it takes quite a while to fill that up, your radiator and that. So now when you're gone, you want to looking for leaks or anything like that. But the problem is sometimes they take their car in for service the day before they go on a trip. And then when they're on the trip, they're driving, and you know, you might go 100, 150, 200 miles, no problems, and all of a sudden you don't have any cooling. So what happened? Did they really check your radiator, or did they just check the overflow tank?
Right.
You could have a bad radiator cap with a bad vacuum valve, and consequently it all went out, overflowed, and now it isn't gone back in, so consequently you got problems there.
Yeah.
So let's go on to the other one, would be a bad battery. A battery or a charging system gone bad, when it gets low, down below 10 volts, the transmission will start shifting, the engine will start acting up. You'll think the car is just about ready to blow itself apart. But when it goes below that 10-volt threshold, your computer can't see what's going on with the rest of the car, and so the engine goes into what we call a limp-in mode. That point in time, pull over to the side of the road, because it's basically unsafe for you to drive on the road, and you're only going to go about 40, 45 mile an hour, because that's what they call it, a limp-in mode. It's to get you to the next service center, and that's the case there.
Yeah.
Should you jump a car? And somebody says, well, I can jump your car or whatever. Always hook up the battery connections to the good car, hook up positive to the bad car, and your negative to a ground on the bad car. That way, if there's ever a spark or anything, it's not going to feed back to your good car and then ruin the good car.
Yeah. Batteries don't really give you a heads up, do they? They just kind of go, poof, done.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Most battery failures are in the summer, believe it or not. You think it's in the winter, but it's in the summer, because a battery is a living, breathing entity. It's not a human being, but it's a living, breathing, because there's oxygen in it, nitrogen, and all that. So you have to watch that battery, and when it it's time to go.
It's time
we don't
to go.
know.
Yeah, well, Tom, thanks for coming in and giving us a good clues for our summer vacation. So much needed. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
All right, well, don't go away because medical news is coming up next.